Hey, what's up? Damn it, Lirey, every single time. Anyways, guys, what's up? What's up, everyone? This is Drayko, the Psychic here, and today I'm obviously with the world's most annoying person in the world, Lirey, and then we also got someone else on this show right here, Red Eyes B-Man. What's up?
It's a black man. It's a black man.
I mean, that's
Lirey Danny DeLito this. So anyways, so tonight I was just looking through Google trying to see, so basically backstory. I've been watching a fat guy doing Book of Mario Thousands of Doors, which is Paper Mario the Thousand Year Doors, but it's Google translated. Horribly.
Hold on, Drayko. You gotta mention, right? Every viewer, you have to watch this like you're watching a flashback, right?
Lirey, can you be quiet?
Nah.
Alright, so, and then I decided to look up some cards that have been Google translated, and we got this guy right here on Twitter, so we're going to, they're on Discord, I'm shared screening, and we're gonna watch all of these cards. We're gonna review every single one of them. Alright, y'all ready for this one?
Well, let's get it.
Alright, so the first one we got is the bike wearing a horse. Alright, it's
What the hell?
If this card is embarrassing, you can go to the Nerri monster, replace this card at the point of defense, and if it does, the monster will find 800 attack and defense opponents at the end of the round. You can send this book to your grave, add one Knights to your board, except Ancient Knights of the Knights. You can almost use every single version of Cape Ancient Wrath to one side.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure that was supposed to mean once per turn, but...
Okay, so obviously right here, I can see that it says to replace this card at the point of defense, so you're giving up you're replacing this card for your defense, and this card will also find 800 attack and defense, but it's its opponents at the end of the round. Sadly, it does that, but you know, 800, that's pretty good, am I right?
That's crazy, bro. Konami needs to ban that.
Now,
we're limited.
Okay, so the second effect right here is that we can send this book to our grave to add a Knights. Do you know how busted that is? We can add a Noble Knight.
Crazy, boy.
We can send the book to the grave.
Send the book, bro.
You know, we can
like,
just...
have you seen the book? If you read it, it's way better than the movie.
We just yeet a dictionary across the room. We'll just search anything.
So, 10 out of... Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you guys give this? I would give this an 8 out of 10, because I don't...
5.
A 5?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
I don't know what the fuck the book is.
It could be a 50 Shades of Grey series. Alright, next card, we got My Body is a Shield.
Wait. So I can yeet, no, Drayko, I can yeet knowledge across the room and start just anything.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's crazy.
My graham cracker broke.
Alright. Alright, next card, we got My Body is a Shield. It's a quick play spell.
My Body as a Shield, whoa.
Okay, hold on. If your opponent is a card game, or domino, or monster effect that can open a farm scene, pay 1500 GBP, ignore and delete the activation if you do.
Delete? So, like, you can delete
the GP, wait on. Let's try, what do y'all think the GBP stands for? What do y'all think that stands for?
So, my only complaint with this card is that you can only activate it if your opponent is a card game or a domino, or they are a monster effect that can open a farm. But what I do like about it is that if you pay this 1500 imaginary currency, which is GPP, I'm pretty sure that's cryptocurrency or something, you can just ignore all that, and you can also delete it. You can just Danny delete it.
You can delete it, just delete it. Just...
But honestly, that's like a lot of money. That's like a lot of money. Do you know how much GBP is as a $1 bill in the US? It's 1,500. $1.
Yo.
It's 1,500 $1 bills.
Yeah, that's a little bit too expensive for me.
Alright, so what
I'm
okay,
a
I would
player.
give this a 5 out of 10. What would y'all give this?
Considering I don't know how to become a card game or a domino, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Okay, what about you? Larry?
I'm just quiet. My fucking graham cracker broke again.
Okay, so I gave it a 5,
Alright.
Red Eyes gave it a 3, and Lirey gave it a broken graham cracker.
No, that's yeah. No, that's even
Alright, so next card, it's Litmus, the Sword of Death. Ooh, that sounds really cool.
Ooh, okay.
So you can call this card Litmus Destiny Protocol. The trap is harmless and will not be damaged in combat. Received 3,000
trap?
attack and defense during the capture of the
wait.
farm. If this card is called by the owner to destroy the respondent's card, you can pull one of the 2 cemeteries fixed for your verification.
It sounds like there's supposed to be more to that.
Okay.
Is
So
this
what I like
supposed to be
about it
called
is
by the
that you
grave
can
as a
automatically
monster?
bring this out by calling this card Litmus Destiny Protocol.
Wait, so all you gotta do is during a duel, just shout out Litmus Destiny Protocol, and it'll summon.
Your opponent's just looking at you like you're on, like...
You're like, what the? What are you doing?
So the trap is harmless. I believe what this means is that you don't care about traps, and
Okay.
obviously it cannot be destroyed in battle.
That instantly is above the
So
card.
if during at the point of where you're capturing your opponent's farm, or you're capturing a farm, it will gain 3,000 attack and defense. So as long as you can keep on capturing farms, this thing will stay at 3,000.
Hey, hold on. Didn't the other card have a farm in it too?
Oh yeah, wait, what
What
was
a
that?
farm?
Oh, yeah, this thing. That can open a farm. So yeah, this thing.
Farm a recurring thing.
This thing could be good against the My Body as a Shield card. So basically, if this card is called by the owner to destroy the respondent's card, you can pull one of the 2 cemeteries fixed for your verification. So you have to pull one of the other cemeteries as costs, and you have to fix it for your verifications. So
wait,
With that
so
last
get me
part.
straight.
Like, oh yeah.
So
let's go.
basically, you can pick up any player's graveyard and just be like, hey, you don't belong there, and you can just yeet it anyway.
yes,
pretty much.
that's what you can
Hey!
do.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, you have a Orcus Nightmare in your graveyard.
Get it out of here.
You know what? I think I'll give this a 10 out of 10. What would
You
y'all
have a hard
say?
order? Get out. Yeah.
I'll give this, okay, only because you can yeet anything, in my opinion.
I mean, it's easy to bring
Anyway.
out.
But my opponent's gonna be looking at me like I'm up, and my graham cracker broke my mother.
Another graham
anyway.
cracker broke.
Another
and
graham
stop
cracker
eating
broke.
those.
Alright.
Alright, stop eating those. Alright, we got the best one right here.
fat.
Waste Dragon.
No, I didn't even get to give mine.
Oh, okay, what did you
I
want?
ain't
Offended by this. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to give my opinion.
Okay, what's your opinion?
You see, the fact that it's referencing the farm is the only reason I'm gonna give it a 15 out of 0.
A what?
I mean, a 15 out of 10. Yeah.
A 15 out of 10. Okay, yeah, this is the best card right here.
Waste
Alright.
Dragon, yep,
Waste
yep.
Dragon. So, when this card is commonly called, you can target 500 monsters or more with attack at your graveyard. Specialty applications are focused on the supply chain, but they have consequences. It cannot be used as synchro material, except for the synchro dragon call. Other tools may not be
Bro.
level 4.
Broken!
So, this thing is automatically broken because you can just summon
Man,
500
Soul Charge?
monsters.
Soul Charge?
Soul Charge?
This is Soul Charge on crack.
Soul Charge without the card? Soul Charge without the card. All you gotta do is call out his name. Waste Dragon!
Waste Dragon. 500 monsters goes onto your
500
board.
monsters.
But wait, how are you even gonna search this card? Because as far as I know,
Summon it off of LP. Summon it off of LP.
but it's commonly called. You can't just call it. It has to be commonly called.
Summon it. Summon it off of LP.
But LP special, but LP's specialty applications it.
You guess what? Fuck the rules.
Okay, 20 out of 10.
Whoa, demonetized.
Okay. Waste Dragon's obviously not a waste of our time, not a waste of our money. 500 monsters is the best thing right here. So
that's easily over fantastic. Yeah, it's easily over that. The price range, that's easily a $500 card right there.
All right. So what ratings? What do we got?
21.
Okay, 21 out of 10.
All right. Since it targets 500 monsters with attack at your graveyard,
It's over 9,000.
10 out of 10.
All right, 10 out of 10. We got an actual rating this time. All right, so we got two of these 101s. All right, so we got 101 Glorious Arcaf. It needs 2 level 4 monsters. You can remove 2 XYZ chips from this card as cost. Then you may find some monster controlled by your opponent as cost. This card will be added to the Exceed standard. You can use this tool in Chapter 101 Quiet Honor Arc. If you delete this card, you can remove XYZ1 from this card.
Wait, hold on, I gotta read that back.
Okay. So
then you may find some monsters controlled by your opponent. This card will be added to that XYZ standard. Wait, so that card will be added to your opponent's monsters?
No, this card will be added to the XYZ standard.
That the chips?
Yeah, by removing 2 XYZ chips from this card.
So it's like Infinity.
Yes.
You remove 2 chips to gain. Okay.
And you can use that tool in Chapter 101 Quiet Honor Arc. So I don't know what book that is, but it says that you can use the tool in that chapter, so
Quiet Honor.
What I also like about it is that you can remove XYZ1 from this card if you delete the card.
Delete this card group one day.
I'd say 9 out of 10 because 2 Exceeds chips just to find a monster that is controlled by your opponent is a bit too much.
You know that's smart. Think about this, right? You remove 2 of the chips, you suck up the other player's monsters, then you delete the card and the XYZ material from that card, so that way both of them go to the grave, and then you have another monster to attack with Drayko.
I will give it this. I would give it a 9 out of half for the fact that in a book that I might be reading, I can use this tool in Chapter 101, the Quiet Honor Arc.
You know what? Actual rating. I'm gonna give it a. Shoot. It's tough. No, I'm giving 9.5 too. Just because.
Alright, Lirey, what about you? Okay. Is it a real rating or is it a graham cracker?
It all comes down to me, okay? You ready?
Come on.
Yes.
8.
8, okay.
Oh my gosh, now broken graham cracker?
Let's go to Very Good Customer. I'm very interested in Very Good Customer.
Very good.
Alright, so let's see. It's a level 8 Dark Warrior effect monster. Once for Safari, you can break 2 cards, then the monster dominates the opponent on the other side. Give this card a monster face. This card is the original computer animal that provides the effect. In the last step, you can equip a German card to this card. To use this card, make the region unique.
Wait, hold on. Dominate, aka obliterate, so take no to your thing, pretty much.
No.
So you rip 2 cards in half, right? And then...
What the fuck?
I think I know what the title of this thumbnail is. A Very Good Customer. And it dominates the opponent, just to take it out of context.
I don't understand it, but I love it.
So, One for
artwork.
Safari.
Here's just
That
like,
means
what
you can,
is
if you're
this
dueling
called?
in the Safari, you can use this effect. You can break 2
Was this
cards.
one of the other
Now, I
cards,
really,
too?
really like that, because I can just take any highly expensive card out of my opponent's deck and just break it. And then, this monster can dominate the opponent.
Pot of extravagance. Take 2 copies of extravagance.
Phantasme.
Yeet. Phantasme is extravagance. I mean, they're both like
Impermanence.
60 though. Impermanent isn't that much. Anyway,
It's still pricey. So,
it's not that pricey. It's not like extravagant.
Alright, so,
Phantasme pricey.
in the last step,
Is
you...
extravagant more than-
So, guys, we need some enlightenment here. In the last step, you can equip a German card to use this card.
Well, obviously, you need a German print card. I mean,
So
It will
obviously,
do it.
to even use any of these
Oh,
cards'
yeah.
effects, for it to break 2 cards and then have it dominate our opponents,
I think I killed
must-
Red Eyes. I think I
it
killed
has
Red
to equip a German card to to make it
I
useful.
can't breathe.
So basically, if we want a German card, just go all the way back to Hitler's grave, and there should be cards in his grave.
Whoa,
and
hold on, we
Hitler's
gotta
cards, and you
censor
can-
that
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Right, we're not.
Hey, you said it.
So basically,
Oh my
I have
God,
to give this an
Hitler to
8 out
card.
of 10 because you can't take German cards to regionals unless you have the original copy of it.
Bet.
Oh my gosh.
You can't.
Just because
no.
of lyrics. Just because of
Okay,
lyrics.
Okay.
Not only, no, actually,
okay,
my rating's
okay,
gonna go
I'm
down to
quoting
6
Drayko right
since
here.
you can only do this in the Safari.
Okay, I'm quoting Drayko on this. You can't take German cards to originals unless you have the original print for it.
Copy.
For English or whatever. You ready?
What?
Germany. All cards are German.
Oh my god.
Alright, so 6 out of 10, I'll
This is
give
gonna
this
be
card.
interesting, man.
Breaking 2 cards is very okay. It's okay at the best. And then having this monster dominate our opponent.
The fact that you can pull a Kaiba twice, rip 2 cards, whip 2 blue eyes, and then dominate the opponent with the Exodia, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, so, what do y'all say? What do y'all say about this card?
I say 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
I
Okay.
say
The fact that you're able to break 2 cards like Kaiba, I mean, and dominate your opponent like Exodia.
But remember, you have to equip a German card at as the last thing, and you can only do it in the Safari regions.
True, that's true. Well, shoot, never mind. I changed to 7.
7, okay.
I say 5.
Yeah, I think this might be a one of the okay cards. Okay, I think this might be my favorite. Number 59, Oven Extender. Number 59, Oven Extender. Okay, before we read this, I would like to
I love
say
that
that
oven.
I would love to extend my oven. What about y'all?
You know what? I agree. I feel like, if my oven was extended, I'd be able to burn more things.
Yeah, I would like to have like 8 slots on my oven.
I'm just gonna fit myself in the oven.
You can do that as well. Okay, number 59, Oven Extender. It requires 2 level 4 monsters. If you cannot control other books in the field, the results of other books will not affect the results.
Again!
Oh.
What the fuck?
Again with the books.
Always return to humans. You can destroy 1 Xyz, destroy as many cards as you
What
want,
if I
and then the
ate no
card gets
human
300
voice?
computers every time it is launched and sent to the grave.
So basically, when it's launched, you can just eat it. So you can be like, yeet!
Okay.
Wait,
So
you
obviously,
control
the ability to... So basically the results of other books will not affect the results if you cannot control
The
another
fuck
book.
is a book?
So you must have another
Well,
card or effect that says you cannot control another book. Except this one. Which would make this...
Apparently they haven't given us more info on what a book is.
That's what I'm saying. Or a Safari, or a freaking farm. Like, where the farms have been mentioned like 3 times.
Now, it has to return to humans, so... I guess this thing has an alternative form? What do y'all think?
The alternative form.
Wait, what does it
is
turn to? Return to human?
It returns to humans.
What? But like, it was a human.
It turns into our oven.
Oh yeah, that's right! It's the oven extender for a reason! Man, I'm so dumb.
Shoot. That's
I'm
crazy.
smart.
Ah, yeah, you were
That's
smart.
crazy. I need some more
Alright,
of this. I need
now
some
this
more.
affects. You can destroy one XYZ. You can destroy this one as well, because this is an XT's as well. And you can destroy as many cards as you want. So you can just destroy your opponent's entire deck.
So wait, you can destroy one of their monsters and then just destroy the rest of the cards.
Yeah, you can destroy this monster and destroy all other cards. And then, also, it gets 300 computers every time it is launched and sent to the graveyard. So, since we already launched this for its effect, we automatically get 300 computers.
Hey, no, I'll take it. Shoot.
You know what? 10 out of 10.
10, that's a 10 out of 10. It's a Genki on steroids.
9.
9? What's wrong with you?
Wow.
I don't know.
Next one. Maureen Jongjin, number 2. Flip. Mix all the farm monsters across the bridges. Each player then draws the cards from the seats until the number of animals on the main deck is dug. Each level 4 or sub-level monster gets special calls that send other cards to the grave.
I take it back. You shouldn't have read this.
Yeah, I agree.
We got Spreading Wave. If your partner has an inheritance, pay 1,000 life points and find a monkey with at least 7 levels of control. In this case, you must attack all monsters that attack the enemy. Other monsters you cannot attack. The fates of the monsters included in this attack are useless and ignored.
Oh, wait, these are all made on Google Translate, right?
Yes.
I have many questions.
Me too. Why do I need to fight a monkey with at least 7 levels of control? Where are you gonna find that?
The zoo.
I don't think the zoo can let monkeys have 7 levels of control.
I mean, if you buy it off of them or some shit, most likely.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or just ask Konami.
You know what? I might have to ask Konami about monkeys with 7 levels of control, because all I know is that I can just go to Madagascar for this. Now, next one. In the case you must attack all the monsters that attack the enemy. So if you're I have to attack all the monsters that attacked me. That's pretty good, right? That's just some revenge, right?
Wait, hold on. You must attack all the monsters that attack the enemy. So technically, your opponent is the enemy. So I must attack all the monsters that attack the enemy. So I have to attack my own monsters since I'm attacking the enemy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Think about it. You gotta attack your own monster.
Another monster you cannot attack. Okay, I guess so. The fates of the monsters included in this attack are useless and ignored, so...
The card doesn't even matter. It's just ignored.
So basically, their effects are just, like, yeeted and, like...
And we just ignore their stats, right? Do we just ignore their stats?
So basically their stats would be, like, question mark.
Does that mean, like...
Yes.
So technically, if we can ignore their stats, so basically we can make them anything.
But the condition of this card right here...
Thing ever.
Make it Exodia? Make it the Exodia?
Make it Karibo.
Now, another thing is that if your partner has an inheritance, that might be hard to find.
Wait, hold on. If your partner has an inheritance?
Yeah, that might be hard.
We gotta... I would have to ask my partner, just like, hey, do you have an inheritance?
And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, wait a minute, you have Spreading Wave. So yeah, this will automatically give your opponent some knowledge of what you're
like a 2
running. So
I mean,
the fact that you need to have your partner to have an inheritance, 1,000 life points as cost, and having to find a monkey with at least 7 levels of control, this may be
I
a
like
hard
that
card
part.
to play. 6 out of 10, because if you're able to pull this off, I think you could just win the game.
I mean, shoot. If you're able to attack all the monsters, all of your own monsters, I mean, shoot. That seems like a win to me. I'm giving that an 8 out of 10.
Alright, what about you, Lirey? Graham crackers?
No. You know, only because I like the monkey part, I'm gonna say like a 6.
Alright. Wrong trap. Damage to this card, traps, sticks, or electricity can be repaired if not correct. I picked up the card. You can check if the card has been removed.
Damage to this card, traps, stick, electricity can be repaired if not correct to pick up the card.
I picked up the card. I automatically. So if you try to damage this, I can. I have to be not correct about repairing it, and then I can just pick up the card. But I also have to check if the card has been removed. So if it's been removed, I need to check. It's Chaos Betrayer.
Read that one.
Dangerous Mess.
Dangerous Mess.
If it is buried and depression is in the devil, one in one person.
Okay, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You don't need
And
to
the
read
two can
anymore.
do
10
the
out of
following.
10.
It is especially useful for card security, but it takes time to reach the park. You can pay for the card by clicking on a valid card. The results of Peace Serum's shield can be used immediately.
What? That's
Depression is in the devil.
It's in the dome.
10 out of 10.
I'm doing Google Translate.
This is limited action. If your IP is inferior to your opponent, for your first purpose, your counterpart is in the first place, and above all, the enemy cannot work on the problem.
Wait. If your IP is inferior to your opponent.
Yes.
Hold on, I wonder what IP even means.
I think IP Masquerena is what they're referring to.
Oh, okay, so if your IP is inferior to your... Okay.
Yeah, I mean, IP Masquerena does have 800 attack, so I guess limited action can support that. However, though, I don't think in this artwork it's supposed to even support IP. Maybe the dog in this artwork is actually IP Doggo?
It's Abramax. It's Abramax, it's true form.
Wait, what? It's Abramax, but what?
It's its true form.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't even Aram's final form. Check this out. So, as your first purpose, you must do this first. Your counterpart is in the first place, and above all. So that means that your counterpart has to be in the first place. And also, and once you do that, your opponent cannot work on the problem. That means they don't know how to work around your board.
Yeah, they can't target you with any defense. Okay.
No. They literally lose the knowledge to work around your board.
Dang. That's pretty OP.
11 out of 10, I guess.
Vegetable. They actually named it vegetable.
You could send one of your tombs in the second fishing boat and several fishing boats for the fusing element at the Merging Museum. If you want to go in this refrigerator, you can be in a particular way, and the captive will attack 400 cyber attacks.
What? I'm instantly confused.
I'm losing my breath here. Oh my god.
One of your tombs? So like...
So you gotta have a tomb in your fishing boat, and you have to send,
We're talking about real tombs or fool's burial / fool's burial goods?
I think real tombs. You have to you have to send them from your fishing boat to the fusing elements at the merging museum. Actually, I don't know how you're gonna row your boat into the merging museum, but I guess if you do that,
anything's possible.
You can also go into the refrigerator in a particular way, and if you do that, the captive will attack 400 cyber attacks. I mean, that sounds pretty good, right? Ending cyber attacks?
I mean, shoot, that's good. But what if you aren't going against like a cyber attacker?
I'm probably gonna have to say 8 out of 10 because the fact that you need to send your tomb from your second fishing boat and several fishing boats to your fusing element at the merging museum, that might take a lot of effort.
I mean, shoot.
Imagine getting all those fishing boats through the museum doors.
The fact that it's called vegetable oil, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Lirey, what about you? What about vegetable oil? Louder, Lirey. Okay, he says broken graham crackers out of XYZ meme.
This card was, I think it was oh yeah, I think it was a very good customer.
Yeah, I think very good No. Did we say my body as a shield was the best one?
I forgot.
Okay, but you know what? I think the best card right here we got is very good customer. Being able to dominate your opponent.
It's pretty much an OT. It's definitely the best card.
Yeah.
It basically just bends your opponent over and just humiliates them completely.
Oh no.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Nah.
If you guys like this, please hit that like button down below. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. And thank y'all, Lirey and Red Eyes B-Man for making an appearance on this channel. Not show. I guess we can make this a series, right?
Hey, I don't see why not.
Yo, we could.
Thank you for having me.
Alright. Anyways, comment down below what you'd like to see next. And please hit that subscribe button. I've been noticing that my subs have been fluctuating between 150 and 153. If we can raise those numbers up, that'll be very great. Anyways, with that being
It's
said...
2:05 in the morning. Y'all better hit the subscribe button. Please. No.
Actually, it's 2:06 in the morning right now. We're just recording this. Anyways...
Please hit that.
Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to give these guys, some subs and likes. And not only that, go check out the translated one on Twitter. This is where the source came from. Not all of this is mine. So please, there, I gave y'all a end card disclaimer. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.